Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is the old man from the van, and you're probably wondering why you haven't heard anything from me for a while. Well, when I got back home from the trip down south, I was home for a couple of days and I got really sick, had to go to the hospital, and had 25 inches of my bowel removed. And so that was quite an experience. Don't offer it to anybody as a fun thing to do. I'm telling you, you really don't want to do it if you can avoid it. But there was no avoiding it, and we're here talking, and that's the results of not avoiding it. Anyway, so I was in the ICU for 5 days, and then I've been recuperating here at my son's and daughter-in-law's house and getting ready to go out on another adventure here in a couple of weeks, the one I've been mentioning to you a little bit about down in Kentucky. But I had a couple things I wanted to talk to you about today. One of them was explain to you why I had promised you previously that we would start having videos every week or week and a half, something like that, of what's going on. But that was why we got behind. But a couple of things I wanted to ask you about and appreciate your feedback is as I was sitting here recuperating and I was thinking back over the trip to Florida, and something occurred to me. When I was there at the Swanee River at the campground there, I could see the river from my camper or from the motorhome, but I couldn't get to the river because of the terrain between the motorhome and RV grounds and the marina, which would give me access to walking out around the water and all that, because it wasn't friendly to somebody on a walker. And I'm thinking, there's probably other people that are in the same kind of situation, say, boy, I'd like to go to here or there and all that, but I probably couldn't get there or couldn't see it when I do get there. Word of note, they do make off-road walkers. They have air tires as opposed to the hard rubber tires, a little larger, 10, 12 inch tires that will allow them to roll over uneven ground much, much easier. I'm looking into getting one of those. And because that'll open up some things, because apparently I'm going to be obligated to have a walker or some type of stabilizer, cane or something, depending upon how well I can encourage some new muscles to grow on the one part of this leg that where the balance is involved. It doesn't bother you for driving, doesn't bother you for sitting, no pain involved. It's just there's not a muscle there to help stabilize you. So when you're walking along and a normal person would maybe stumble a little bit or something, I don't have a way to recover from that. So that's why I'm going to probably be obligated to have something there along. But who knows? Strange things happen, and it made tremendous progress recently. So I'm hoping that maybe, be some middle of the road kind of thing. But I wondered if there's enough of other people that are in that same situation. So maybe as I evaluate campgrounds or historical sites or places that you stop and visit, should take into consideration, could you get there if you were on a walker? Can I get there if I'm on a walker? So we will kind of incorporate that in future videos. Still hoping for the weather and cooperation from the weather and everything on the project down in Kentucky, that we can get it done in the first couple of weeks of April, and now you'll be very interested in that. And I'll tell you, the title of that one will be Kentucky Goes Nuts. And so you can ponder on that for a while, and then when we see it, you'll see what makes sense on it. But that will be really interesting, probably be a two-part video, but I think you'll be very interested in it. And there's other things coming up. But I just wanted to let you know why we didn't get a video out like I had promised. I guess I should learn not to promise. I should say we'll do the best we can and get it done. As you can see, still have the beard, still don't like the beard, still not going to keep the beard, but got the beard for a while yet. You'll see why future video. Also, I have not been able to get out and finish up some of the things inside that I wanted to do before I give you a tour of the van or the motorhome. So that's be coming up too in subsequent videos. So that's kind of where we're at there. Hopefully, if you've got some suggestions of places to go that you'd like to see or visit, let me know. If you will say like, subscribe, and then hit the notification, you'll know when I do publish a video. Until we get a regular schedule set up, it'll help you a little bit. And it, of course, will help me eventually by you subscribing. So that's the deal there. The weather here in Ohio, it has snowed 4 times since I've been up here home from Florida. It's been cold, nasty, rainy, typical weather for this kind of year, although by this time, most years, it's kind of straightening up a little bit. It was supposed to be 60 out there today, but it's not that. I don't know just exactly what it was. I forgot to look before I turned this on. But it's rained a couple times today. So it makes it muddy out around where the motorhome is. And so I've elected to not go out there. Plus, the reason I couldn't go out for a few days, even though I was able to walk some, was because of having to lift the walker in and out of the truck and all, and I can't lift anything because they split me from my rib cage down to you know where. So anyway, but getting along fine, eating fine, and so progress is going very much the right direction. But there's things coming up, and we will keep you informed of them. I appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers, and so if you've got any comments, like I said, as to things that you'd like me to try to work into a schedule to see and look forward, from your standpoint, let me know, and I'll try my best to work that in. So I thank you for watching. I will remind you that life is path of life is a straight road usually, but there's always curves, and it's when you go around the curves that you see the interesting things. So. And remember that when you wake up tomorrow and you have another day, God expects you to make a good use of it. So call somebody, get a hold of somebody you haven't talked to for a while, do something for somebody. Just make it count. Make your presence count. And so I thank you for watching. And until next time, down the road, around the curve, so long.